Hi, today's message is about the life in loss. Most of us, if not all of us, have experienced some form of loss. And if we haven't experienced loss, we sometimes are fearing experiencing loss. And it makes sense because what we have in our lives that we really want, who we have in our lives that we really want, we want to keep them. However, sometimes that's just not possible. Sometimes we do lose things. We might lose people. We might lose money. We might lose things that we really want. And when that happens, how do you look at it? Is it something where you're devastated and you never get past it? Or is it something where you allow yourself to see the life that comes from loss? Loss is not easy. It's not. It's something that can be very debilitating at times, especially the fear of loss. At one time myself, I feared loss so much that I knew was going to occur that I didn't even want to live anymore because I didn't even want to see it or feel it, to feel the loss. But you know what? Without loss, life does not spring forward. Take, for instance, the fall and the winter. In fall and winter, flowers, grass, trees, leaves, things out in nature, if you live in a cold enough climate, appear to die, or nature itself, the ground, it goes through a loss because it's so cold that none of the vegetation lives anymore. But in the spring and summer, guess what? Things grow back, and they can actually grow back even bigger and hardier than they were the year before. This year I planted many different flower gardens in my landscaping, and I'm excited to see what is going to happen next year because I know that my plants are going to be bigger and better once they go through the season. I go through the season of loss with them, where those old plants and those seeds that are in those plants from this year die and are buried and spring forth next year so that the plants and the vegetation is even more big and abundant. And that's how loss can be even in our lives. Sometimes what we are fearing that we lose, or sometimes what we are hurting about that we've lost, actually is a springboard to bring us even more life. So think about your life, the things that you've lost. What has sprang forth from those losses? And if you allow yourself to really see the life and loss, if you don't fear it and instead accept loss, because we're going to go through loss. And if you accept it and you walk in faith with it instead of fearing it, what might be around the corner for you if you've lost your job? What great thing could you be doing now? Is there something you've always wanted to do? A business that you've always wanted to have? A different career field you'd want to be in? Or is this giving you more time to spend with your family? Where's the life in your loss? And it's there. Perhaps it's even the loss of a loved one, and that is really tough. But sometimes even from those losses, it shakes something inside of us. It awakens something in us for us to live life even more abundantly than we did before those losses. Perhaps now there's some steps you can take forward in your life that you were never brave enough to take because you were living the way someone else wanted you to, or living a life out of fear because you were afraid of losing someone. So think about that. We all have loss. And it's up to us if we allow the loss to spring more life forward for us. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to talk to me, leave me a message below in the comments section or contact me at www.drtjdixon.com. You can message me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/tjdixon.